the word? Yo, yo. Hey, y'all know what it is. What's the word? How y'all living today? This is another episode of the Fathers from the Hood podcast. Yes, sir. My name is Dan Blac.
This is LMC, Mr. L. Cortez Vamanos.
Yes, sir. We got a special guest in here. Go ahead and let him know your name, bro.
Man, I go by CJ, straight out of Stockton, California. Just relocated 3 years ago to Las Vegas, man. I call this my new home. It's nothing but respect in Las Vegas. I love it, man.
Hey,
I love it. I love it out here.
Yes, sir. We got special guests in here, man. And like I said, we're definitely going to have a lot of different people this year from different brands, different entrepreneurs and things. So let's go ahead and get it involved. So with the podcast and everything and the website, go ahead and hit subscribe button, hit the like, all that good stuff. On the website, we got a shout out to my partner on there, man. It's Greg, Aaron Gregory. You know what I'm saying? He got a book on there, 47 Reasons. It's a meditation book, and every day it gives you daily mantras to kind of keep yourself positive. You know what I'm saying? So this is a dude, a great author, an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? And he got real estate space on our website. Go click the link. It's a book there, and it's free for a few people. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? And also go look at the radio station, all that stuff, L, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check out that steak and lobster that's on there. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so check it out.
Support, man. It's a big thing.
Yes, sir. We got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? So that was just a quick one. Shout out to the Patreon people, you know what I'm saying? Power tripping. The last episode was great, you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of insight. So we're going to keep going that way. We're going to keep going that way. So right now, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get a stage to the real special guest. We're not going to hold them. We're going to give you a chance to get your formal introduction, my G. So yeah, go ahead and let us know. Talk to us.
Man, so like I said, I'm from Stockton, California. If you know where Stockton is, we do not have a good rep. You know, murder capital, basically. I mean, number 2 in the U.S. on murder homicides. It's just crazy, man. And to be able to be 35 and make it out of that situation, I feel blessed. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
For sure.
So, you know how it is, man. These youngsters is not, they the truth. I'm not lying. I stay out you guys' way, man. So, you know, I'm old now. I'm 35. It's time to, I got 2 kids. It's just time to show them a better path. Basically what I had, you know.
Right. It's always about doing that, no matter how old you is, right, L?
Man, that part, age ain't nothing but a number, you feel me?
Hey, talk to me.
Now, I talk back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. You said you grew up in Stockton, man.
Yeah. So that if you don't know, Stockton is in the middle of Sacramento, Bay Area. Okay. You know, so up north.
Okay.
And so it's one big hood now, to be honest, and that's why I came to you. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? Because I don't proclaim a gangster, but I've been around a lot of hood shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not saying I'm gangbanging. It's just when you grow up in an environment where all there is gang shit, you're gonna do hood shit. You ain't gotta be in a gang.
Right.
You ain't gotta do anything.
Yes, sir.
That's fact.
It's just what it is. I don't portray anything, but been around it.
Mm-hmm.
Been around to see a lot of shit that can't be spoken, but I don't. Hey. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? So. You know, I just knew to stay in my own lane. That's what it was.
Okay.
And I just knew I was good with just everybody. I was good with everybody that I touched base with.
Right.
And it dealt with a lot of switching schools.
Okay.
You know, I'm going from one side of the city to another side of the city to another. So you're north, west, east, south. So now you're just clicked up with everybody.
Right.
I mean, that's good. That's good at a certain time.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then just having family spread out too. So.
Right. Yeah, speaking of family, how did you grow up with your pops in the city? You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna be real. You know, he went to the Army, he got out, and got lost in the sauce, and that's what it is. You know, my uncle played a big part in my family. He's like a father figure.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys seen Full House, but you know all the uncles.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was raised in. I had 5 uncles in one house, so every uncle
that's
changing diapers, and I got raised by men. You know what I mean?
Talk to me. That sounds right.
Yeah. So I did that, and by 12 years old, man, you know, it was just a lot of bouncing around. My grandmother came into my life, and she always was, but she was doing her own thing. You know, she was the head of council in Stockton for the school district.
Okay.
And she was sending Hispanics to college with her own money. Like it was crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a whole nother story, and that's a long story. You know, I keep telling her write a book before it's your time. You know,
right. And you could just get that audible version from her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, okay, let's document this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah. So I was raised by 3 other women. My great grandma, my grandma. So I had a vice versa of everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting raised by 5 men. my grandma taking over. Now I'm getting raised by women, you know.
Okay.
So that's
got
where I
both
guess
ends.
my cooking and cleaning comes from. Yeah. So you know, I just I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm blessed to be here,
Definitely.
with you guys, man. I appreciate you guys for real.
That's
Definitely,
what's
for
up.
sure.
We're glad to have you here, bro.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
up.
sir.
yeah. And
Shout
it's
out
just
to
different. It's different being interviewed, man, because I'm usually the one on your guys' side, so it's a little nervousy, man. It's crazy.
It's all
Don't trip.
Gucci.
Don't
It's
be
all
nervous.
Gucci.
Don't be nervous. It's all good. Like I
Yeah.
said, I know you do well on your stuff. We're gonna talk about your podcast and your endeavors as well. And shout out to Unc. Shout out to people that raised you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We know
yeah,
how it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes.
We all grew up in, you know what I'm saying, Compton,
Yeah.
LA, and we know how it is growing up in certain environments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
but you know what? Another thing is I can't put my dad down like that. He just passed about 3 years ago, and
I'm sorry to hear that for
yeah,
sure.
thank you, man. So if he wasn't lost in the sauce, and I hate to bring things up like that, he would have been a good dad. Because as much as he could see me, he was there. You know what I
Copy
mean?
that.
So I could never put him down, because if it wasn't for that, he would be a great dad. That's some
Right.
real stuff. So, you know, I just wish you have that time with them. You know, and it's just one of those things. Like, damn, like instead of being, oh, fuck you, dad, you did me dirty, you never came to see me, I should have just been like, let me just take this time that I got with you and cherish it. But you know, you young, and when you're young, you don't want to hear that shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
so
right
you know,
talk to me. That
Yeah.
sound right. That sound about right.
Right.
Yeah. But it's all right, man. It's all life lessons, man. That's,
Yeah, I
that's
hear
what it is, you know. It's just we all got our own book, we all got our own chapters, and that was one of my chapters, you know. So
Right. I hear you. Get
So I do have a question for you. So with you embracing your emotions, as far as, you know, with your father not being there, how you were saying that you should not have, you know, had that negative connotation with dealing with him. You should have had a positive note.
yeah.
You know what I mean? How did you process your emotions, like as far as dealing with the hardship of not having your father?
You know, I take it because his brother, as my uncle, stepped in.
Okay.
And he always had an open house for my dad. So when I was over there, he would be there. And my uncle kind of showed me, like, I got you.
For sure.
You know your dad's situation. We're good. You know what I mean?
okay.
Now I follow, for sure.
Yeah. So it's like, I never had that, like, I don't know. My uncle just stood there and he was just like, I got you. Like, don't even trip. Like,
Shout out to Unc.
yeah.
Shout out
Oh,
to
yeah.
Unc,
All
bro.
the time,
Definitely.
man. All
Yeah,
the
we gotta
time.
have an Uncle Day, you know what I'm
You know,
saying?
I
For
didn't
sure.
really have one uncle as close as yours, and I always wanted that. I had some, but you know, immediate close uncles, and you
Right.
can see that it rubs off and creates a great person and a great child, breeding to be a great adult. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah, man. So,
That's
yeah.
great to hear, man. So when we speaking to child, who influenced or how early did you start getting into the barber field? How early was it that you felt like, man, I need to start cutting some hair?
Man,
Talk
I'm
to me.
I'm gonna be honest, man. So, you know, you guys see I got tattoos on my face, and you know that was just an early stage. So I went to jail, I got out, and then my wife of 20 years to, you know, this year it was 20
Wow.
years. So
Okay.
she was like, man, you need to do something. Like, you need to do something. Like I said, and going back to my grandmother, she's the one that said she took care of me. But then I had the family who was like, why are you doing this for him? You know?
Okay.
So when I got out, my grandmother was like, this is it. This is all I got for you. This is my last ride to help you out in any type of way. So my wife said, try the barbering. I don't know shit about barbering.
Right.
I go get cheap haircuts, you know? That's all I know about barbering. I thought it was just a hair salon type stuff. So
Right.
found a barber college in Sacramento, signed up, and just rocked it out for a year, man. And ain't looked back since.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
That's what's up.
I gained to love it, you know? I was a warehouse worker,
Okay.
9 to 5. Go in, get my warehouse on, and go home.
Gotcha.
That's crazy.
So-
I know, but doing all them different types of jobs, now it's good to have something that you kind of in control of. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
kind of clock in and do what you want as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you in control of your ticket, your worth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You in control. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So
That
that's
part.
all because
And you
of
know
you.
what? And I took the barber game what made it fun. It was like being in the dope game.
Though. Right.
Okay.
When you got fired dope, your clients come back and they on it all day.
Talk to me.
Message.
You know what I mean? So
For real.
you get your hands good in the clipper game, man, and it's like the dope game. Your clients are gonna keep coming back. You're just gonna keep making more money, more money. You know, and it's just being positive. You're not gonna get in trouble for clipping and cutting hair. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know, so that's what I took in, and it was just meeting all these new people and just and being involved in the community too. You know, because you kind of start gaining a name when you're a barber, because barber's been around for decades, man. So
Definitely,
you know,
definitely.
watch every movie. They got to put a barbershop in there. You know, it's just crazy. It is. And I'm still learning. Like, I'm still learning off this. Like, I don't portray me as the best barber ever. I'm still learning. I learn all day. There's always new haircuts, there's always new styles. So, barbers, man, don't stay in your lane in the barber lane, man. To venture out, talk to everybody.
Right, network.
And network and take notes from other barbers. That's all. Don't hate.
Each one teach one type thing.
Yeah, don't hate.
Speaking of each one teach one, bro, that's how y'all, I don't be, and it's a community thing when you, like you said, a barber shop. You know
right. Yeah, that part. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. So with you being in the barber game, right? I know that, you know, from my experience, because I grew up with in a barber family. Like my grandfather owned a barber shop, my uncles owned a barber shop. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those where what is your perception on the barber shop tying into the community and fatherhood and parenthood?
First off, barbershops are in low income areas.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of us barbers end up becoming some of these kids' father figures, because these kids come in with their mom. You know, being from a hood, you get dropped off at the barbershop. Your mom cuts. You got to go do things, or your father drops, you know, and you're just left with the barber. And at the end of the day, barbers are counselors where we listen, we do everything, we give advices. And, you know, when you're young, you get dropped off at these barbershops. And you rocking with your barber for
sure
for a minute, you know?
Right,
not part. Ain't no telling how long mama left you there. You rocking with the barber.
Exactly. Exactly. So you become close to these kids, man. Like, I got kids I cut just coming to Vegas 3 years ago. I cut them in 7th grade. Now these dudes are going to prom, and you know they're going to.
I got you.
And they ask for advice. So I feel like us barbers play a big role in the community. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we're barber shops. They're in the hoods. They're low income, and it's just like a lot of these kids that are coming through don't have the father figure in their life. So they look at us like father figures, because they're able to talk to us. We ask questions. How's school, little man? You know what I mean?
For real. Talk to no bias.
You know, you got a girl yet?
Right. All of that.
I mean? And they open up because they see us as father figures, and that's just part of being a barber. Comfortable. That's what it is.
That's a great question. That's a great question, because I shout out to my barber Took, man. He
now.
But he got my son's name. It's his granddad's name. He's like, man, every time he come, what's up, man? It's my kid get on my nerves sometimes. They don't want to come listen. They talk to him. He cool. What's wrong, man? You all right? Don't trip off your dad, man. You cool. Just sit back. I cut your hair. All right, man. You know how it is. So I understand. Then I like taking him to the barbershop, because like you said, you see the moms coming in. So I want my son seeing the moms coming in. Now sometimes my oldest son, he like this. I said, all right, we're going in the right direction.
But I'm not gonna lie though, man. A lot of these dads that have the wives or girls take their kids, they ain't doing that no more, man. They just
stop it.
I'm taking my son to the barbershop.
I take my son. I've been always doing that, because my mama used to take me, and I didn't like, my step pops was gone. He was in the army doing stuff, and when he did take me, he cut my hair. I didn't want him cutting my hair. So I wanted to go to the barbershop, but I didn't want my mama there. I didn't want my mama coming in checking. Fix this right here. Look. So I wanted to be myself. So I always go with my son and let them come. Every time I pay, I'm paying. Look, man, you get your own haircut, man. You don't like it, you don't waste my money. I ain't getting that cut again. But that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I had a question for you when you get the people that's out there, or for the barbers. What is the one thing, or what are some things to tell these people not to do when they're in your chair?
Hey now.
Oh man. First off, just sit still, man. Sit still. Just like this. Just sit like this. We got you. Don't try to talk to me. Don't try to, you know what I mean? Don't get barbers, man, we all think the same when we cut, and just sit still and have conversations, man. That's it. Just let us do our job.
Right.
Let us do our job. You know what I mean? And that's what that is.
For real. I got a question because I have another question, because that one always is the thing. Somebody always got their phone out. I'm like, bro, how we gonna get your hair cut if you're doing this every single time?
But it ain't even when they bring their phone out, it's like this. So then I'm like this all the time. They go right back, right back. Like we're only in the seat for 30 minutes, 35, 45 minutes, man. You can put your phone away. Let's conversate like humans, and the TV's on. Watch some sports if you ain't got nothing to comment about. So yeah, that's one big thing, man. And yeah, I think it's just a sitting still.
So
just
that's the main thing nowadays.
Yeah,
I got a question for me. People like me got bad skin, ingrown hairs, and things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What about some shaving tips or some tips for, you know what I'm saying, maintenance of the skin? All skin is different, but we know that barbers, interact with a lot of different skin types, all that, man. What's some of the tips that you can just say for general use, man, just keep your skin and all them ingrown hairs down, man?
Yeah, well, I feel like the first off is we men, so we don't scrub our face like a woman does all the time, So that's number one. Bar soap, clean your face, or get some products. Just stay consistent, Right. Ingrown hairs, it's that's just when you shave, it just ain't gonna come in. And our heads I can't take it. Like if I do a razor like on my head, my hair grows. It's horrible because I'll start bumping up. And then that's just take a hot rag if that happens. You know what I mean? And that takes a lot of. You got to get the tweezers, and you got to get
the have her do that.
Right.
Instead of lady doing it sometimes.
But the main thing is skincare. That's what it is, man. As a man, like I said, we don't clean our face, so that grease just builds up. Right. If it ain't on our face, it's on our pillows, and
everything else.
Exactly.
Right.
So just gets real oily. Stay clean. That's it, man.
Right. Speaking of staying clean, we got a sponsor we was going to shout out, man. This is a Razor MD. It's a fourth-generation family business started by a great-grandfather. And with his relationships and recipes for men's grooming, he created a business. They got some eco-friendly and vegan-friendly full line of products. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. They can also shout out and assist you with. You can find them on the website, but we'll be go ahead and trying some of those. But razormd.com, we'll go ahead and shout them out since we got a barber in the spot.
Hey.
Message. But, on the tips of great skin, bad skin, I've always had skin issues, and a lot of dads have that, but, it's still great dads with bad skin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Speaking of great dads, we're going to, talk about your boy, man. How you feel about your boy in the news, man? The big homie MLK.
Oh, Martin Luther King. Got you. Definitely was a MLK day the other day.
Yeah, well, a little while ago, but we're saying that we saw a statue. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that new statue? We're gonna bring it up. You know what I'm saying? We got the images right here. This is one of the statues. We'll show it to y'all too. But that's the image that is supposed to be an embrace between Coretta Scott and the late, both of them are late, but Coretta Scott and Martin Luther King. That's the image that they came with, man, or the idea. How y'all feel about that statue, man?
No, I had to look at it about 10 times. Like, what is it? Ooh.
I don't know what to think of it.
First off, who did it?
I'll give you that insight in a minute.
First of all, who did it?
Okay, well, let me give you that. So it's inspired by a pic like there, the couple. That's right after Martin Luther King Jr. won the Nobel Peace Prize. You know what I'm saying? So they took a picture, and the artist's name is Hank Williams Thomas. He's been known, and he's been doing work for a while, but it wasn't just him. He didn't just build this and say, let me stack this in the middle of Boston. Right. It was $10 million, and I guess some organizations had to donate. 1,000 people helped, and I guess it's 20 feet, so somebody approved it. And the place that it's in is Boston Commons. I guess that's a historical place in Boston since the 1600s. It's like the oldest public speaking place in history, then I guess Benjamin Franklin spoke there. I guess Martin Luther King went there and spoke. So I guess it's a great location. The location is great. But in my opinion, I think that image is just a little peculiar in my opinion.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit horrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna critique the dude's work. He was a little bit, not sensitive, but he was, of course, defending it, saying that, it's basically supposed to be a representation of their lineage, the couple, instead of it being just MLK like you always see. It's the couple, but they got statues everywhere, man. They look a little bit different. This is one right here in London. Look, that's him in the middle. You know what I'm saying? They did a great job.
Yeah, that's a good job.
I'm not saying he didn't do. Look, that's in Vegas. That looked like my uncle, but it still looked like Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? And this is and they got one. Where was another one? They got one in D.C. You know what I'm saying? They got them a few places, but, you know, they're all around. Atlanta, they did one in 2017, but this is what they came up with recently, man. And you know, some people are outraged. You know, some people say it reminds them of a male body part. You know what I'm saying? Something weird.
Yeah.
How y'all feel, man? I'll let y'all talk. I'm done.
Message. Yeah, nah, I don't like it, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the acid. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to the artist for trying.
Right.
You know, I'm assuming his intentions were great.
Right.
I just don't like the end result of his creativity.
Right.
In my opinion.
No problem.
Yeah,
Everybody got their opinion. This is 2023. You can talk on what you want, man. How you feel about it, brother?
I don't see nothing that relates to anything. I just look like just a big brown penny or something. I don't. God damn. They could, like you just showed us, man. Around the country, there's damn near images of him. Like,
yes, sir.
look just like him.
Right.
And then you come up with that.
Yeah.
And how much did that cost him? That's what I want to know.
Exactly.
Like, that's I hope it was
$10
$10, not $10 million.
10 million worth of pennies.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying 10 million in bronze. 20 feet worth of bronze.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't. I mean, have they said anything about taking it down? Are they?
Oh,
doing
he
anything?
also said he said, is there any adjustments or any ideas for? They asked, were there any plans for improvement adjustments? He said no. For what?
Right.
So that's what he came up with. And I guess today's time, things are sensitive. But MLK was a great man, right? El, how you feel? El, talk to us. Look at his face, y'all.
He's
still thinking about the picture. He's like, what the fuck did I just look at?
Man, that's exactly what it was. But honestly, so look, MLK, definitely a revolutionary in the civil rights movement. One thing that I feel that, with, a lot of our black leaders, they get assassinated before their prime.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? From MLK, Malcolm X down to Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Like, our black leaders, they tend to get assassinated.
Always.
And the events that led up to the assassination, not led up to, but that were surrounded in that, let's say situation in Memphis, with the sanitation workers, and they went on strike, you know what I mean, because they were getting paid unfair wages due to, there was an incident where I guess there was 2 black males that end up dying from a trash compactor, and because it malfunctioned, and after that they decided to strike. And then MLK came in, and then it was a kind of back and forth situation, and he got assassinated out there in Memphis.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And there's some speculation behind that, as far as the FBI having some type of
involvement or knowledge.
Right.
I heard about that one as well. I guess the place where the sniper was, next door was the fire station, in which the FBI were, surveilling all of them and all that. That's what I heard. But I know that around that time of his death, there were a lot of things that he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get money allocated towards things. He was trying to bring everybody together. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about, all kind of stuff. So there was a collage of things, and it's not saying that he deserved that, but he still should be here. You know what I'm saying? But it was a collage of things, and it's sad to hear that and like you said, it always happened to somebody, man. How you feel about MLK, man, and his lineage, man, being a great man?
I just feel like in that time there, if you were pushing the movement of all coming together, they weren't fucking with you.
Right. Yes.
And they were
Chavez too, bro.
Oh yeah. And it just the black and brown community. We've been doing this. We've been going through this shit.
Yes, sir.
Right, definitely.
And I just feel like that time was just, if you had any message to have people follow you and to come together, they weren't fucking with you, and they were gonna get you off, like
for real.
And where we come from today, we came a long way for both. Hispanics and blacks, like we came a long way.
Yes, sir.
I come from like I said, Stockton, California, not too far from Oakland. Black Panthers in Oakland.
Right, yes, sir.
Right.
So the diversity of where we're at is real. We're tight.
Yes, sir.
And I know when you go down LA, they're finally coming. I feel they're coming together out there.
Right.
But I know how LA. I know I can't talk too much about political over there, but I know it was split. You know what I mean?
For a while.
Right.
It was split,
Right. Yeah.
and we see it, we hear about it. Being where I'm from, I don't see color.
I got you.
We all the
Right.
same,
Exactly.
you know. And I feel, and that's why I love where I grew up, because we were so diverse. Stockton, California, we were cool with everybody. Everybody's cool. If you go there, we're cool with everybody.
Right.
dig it.
We was cool too. I grew up, cool. Like I had a lot of, and even in my family, we have, Hispanics, we have Salvadorians and
Right.
people that's in the family, like literally inside. We, on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So when we grew up, it was kind of like a thing. Like, dang, why is this going on? But after that, whenever it was real cool, everybody cool, bringing it back together.
Yeah.
Music brought everybody together, and a lot of different artists did that. And people like Martin Luther King, Cesar Chavez, even newer politicians in L.A.
Right.
Certain ones are bringing them together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's great. I feel like the difference between some of our leaders is their narrative.
Yes.
That's what's the things that make them remember. You know what I'm saying? Like people like Nip, who brought everybody together.
Yeah,
that part.
You will never hear nobody say something bad about Nip because he talked with everybody.
Yeah.
And I feel like with other leaders, you won't hear certain people say stuff about them. You know what I'm saying? Like we could talk about, certain people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Their difference and how they, and how they were trying to, their narrative, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we like I said, we came a long way, man. And personally, me, I don't see color. We all bleed the same. We all gonna die. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so
For real, huh?
I just don't. I don't. When it comes to all that racist shit, I'm blind to it only because I don't. I treat you guys all the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? I look at we all the same color. That's
For
what
real.
it is, and I think a lot of people, are starting to see that.
Yeah.
They're starting to see it. But there's things that you pull to because shit happens.
Yeah.
Right.
To make you second guess, like what's going on here? Like,
Yeah,
you
for
know what I
real.
mean? But we just all gotta just on that is think the same. Just think we're all fat. We're all brothers and sisters at the end of the day, man.
Yes, sir. That's
I
what it's
agree with
about. We all been preaching that, especially here, man. We not only fathers, but we homies, we bros, we friends.
Yeah.
Everybody preaching the same narrative.
Yeah.
So we're gonna change. We're gonna change the whole narrative. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna
Definitely.
change the next generation. They
Yeah.
gonna be smooth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Matt Glucci.
how you feeling, Els? You good with the MLK? How you feel about the Malcolm X? Because I wanted to say on MLK, that they had lawsuits filed. It was a case called the Lloyd Joyers, however you pronounce it, but it was Lloyd Joyers trial, and that when the family, I guess, won against the FBI. But they didn't give much money. They didn't ask for much money. I don't know if it was rumored to be $100. Y'all can fact check that.
Right.
I looked and I was like, man, I can't believe it. But anyway, how you feel about that? How you feel about the Malcolm X, man? How you feel about how he was a great father too, man? How you feel about his lineage, man? We got Black History Month coming up. How you feel about that, sir?
I feel you. Well, with Malcolm X, bro. Well, so I'm starting with Martin. Martin was dope, great leader, changed the game. Malcolm X, one and the same. His narrative was a little more aggressive, but, at the end, he was kind of preaching equality.
Definitely.
Yes. But I, kind of know a little bit about Malcolm X's history. He grew up as a street hustler, Detroit Red. You know what I'm saying? And, that American gangster, I guess there's a character of his. I'm not too sure how far off is it from the truth.
What? Oh yeah, American Gangster or Harlem?
Harlem. Sorry.
Yeah,
Harlem,
that just came out too. The new season is coming out. I guess you can check that out. I guess on the new season. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Harlem Godfather with
Godfather of Harlem.
What's his name? Whitaker, Forrest Whitaker.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they do portray him in there, right?
Yeah, they do. And I don't know how far connected that is with, Malcolm and Bumpy Johnson.
Right. Some of the tales might be exaggerated slightly.
Right, maybe a lot. But, it is what it is. I just know that with Malcolm X, though, I personally feel like he was assassinated as well.
Oh, yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I mean?
Definitely.
But him being a great father, like, he loved his family, for sure. You know what I mean? Only man is sitting by his window, paranoid with an AK, looking out the window. You know what I mean?
Protect the family.
To protect the family, like Derek Grace.
Hey,
Hey,
Derek Grace, shout again. Yeah, man. Shout out to Derek Grace. We appreciate your love that you showed us online too, and we will be tapping in. But for sure, I agree. I think that closer towards the end when he preached positivity and equality, once he went and came back, that's when stuff really changed. I think they really pressed up the beef on him, man. And Malcolm X was, great,
and you can see security grows and grows as he went from like a couple people with him to now he got an entourage,
Right?
Because he knew the heat was there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and like I go back to the times of those times, like you pushing that issue, things are gonna get heated.
It was one person pushing that issue on people pushing the issue about equality.
Yeah,
J. Edgar Hoover. FBI.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The counter-intel
Oh, yeah.
program. It wasn't just us. It wasn't just blacks. It was all people. He was against music artists, musicians.
Right.
He was against all races or racial people trying to preach equality that could change the American landscape. He was on it.
Right.
So we ain't shouting you out, but yeah, you was the one that, he was one of them ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of them boys.
Yeah. So on a different lane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know we're going to tell him.
No, you're not fucked up.
We know about you. We know what you did, man. We know what you did.
Right.
But we're going to switch topics, man, and go to a viral topic or a viral clip that's been going on. This happened, I guess, last week or within the last couple of weeks. This was a bus driver, you know what I'm saying? And they had some kids on the bus. Something happened, and, the bus driver, the parents were trying to get the kids off the bus. And this is what happened. We'll show y'all the clip as well, man. How y'all feel?
Oh, snap.
Smacked her, and then what she do?
That's why she locked it. I was thinking what led up to this.
She closed the door.
Yeah.
Sagged off with the kids. Kids yelling.
Nah, but this would have been me though. I don't know if this is a dad that ran through. That boy hopped in the window tomorrow. Did you see that part?
No, I didn't see that part.
Someone ran, jumped through that bus window, one hop, boom, looked like Mario Brothers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. No, yeah. If you see more of that, man, you'll see the dad. I think it's a dad. He ran, one hop, boom, it was in that window. The school bus windows.
Right.
And I think where that happened in Georgia.
Georgia
bus driver, man. You know, they say people are crazy in Florida and Georgia. No, I'm just playing. People crazy everywhere. But how you feel about that, El? What would you do? Bus driver sagging off with your kids?
I probably would have been that father jumping through the window.
Oh, for sure, because she wasn't driving that fast. It's fast enough for me to do what I got to do.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. You're probably gonna see a meme about that later with that little sound to it. But watch the whole video, man. You guys watch the whole clip. You're gonna see that dad. And we would have probably all did that.
Right.
That's how I feel.
And my kids got a little bit of hood in them, especially my daughter. So she probably would have took off on the bus driver, to be honest.
How many kids do you have?
So I have a 12-year-old. That was my firstborn, Cecily, and then I got my son. He's 4. Big age gap, man.
Okay.
Big age gap. So, but he's a wild man. If you guys go to my Instagram, you see it. I let my kids live how they want to live under my rooftop. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I dig it.
And if you're gonna do anything, you're gonna do it in my view.
Right.
If you want to, my daughter don't cuss. She knows not to cuss. But my son, he's just a wild ass kid. Just a wild ass kid. But I posted though. That's just I posted because it's under my supervision.
Right.
My son's in school. I mean, if like I said, you guys go check my Instagram out. He says he woke up the other morning. He's been sleeping next to me since he's been born.
Gotcha.
So he's still in the middle with me and my wife. And sometimes my wife goes sleeps on the couch because she just can't handle it. We both wild, but he woke up the other day and he was like, really eye to eyes, face to face. He goes, "Dad, I'm gonna beat your ass." I said, "God damn, that's how you waking up like that?" Yeah. Like, God damn,
banging on breakfast,
I'm like,
huh?
God damn. And I posted the video on my Instagram, so you guys can check it out. And it's just he's just funny to me, man. It's just where he gets these, and I'm sure he gets a lot from YouTube because a lot of these kids are YouTube kids. That's the new generation. But as long as you keep an eye on the YouTube, it's good. I mean, he's learned a lot, not just the cussing part, but just just the ABCs, the 1, 2, the colors, and you just gotta be, as a parent, you gotta watch things they're watching.
Oh yeah, always.
But it's hard. It's hard to hide that though. We're in a generation where you can't hide nothing no more. Like
they have access to everything. At their fingertips.
Everything, man. We didn't have this type of access. We were anything we seen bad. Anything I seen bad, I was watching the scrambled channels just to see a nipple or something. You know what I mean?
Man, I was looking. I don't know about y'all.
But we didn't have the internet to go on YouPorn and things like that.
I didn't need that because you know what? We was watching stuff like Jenny Jones, Jerry Springer. You know what I'm saying? Digging in the drawers, finding them tapes. You know what I'm saying?
The tapes, man. Not the tapes. I remember, those days. the channels are scrambling. Like, ooh, there's all my cousins there. Oh, there's a nipple right there.
Oh.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, you hear the mom. You hear someone come. You got to hurry up and change it. Playing Nintendo, man.
My cousins, they was crazy. We was fools, man. So we was playing hide and go get it. We was doing a lot of stuff.
Hide and go get it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
But raising a son is different. Raising a son is different. That's my shadow. My daughter, she's a stubborn one. My wife always says it's because she's just like you. You guys bump heads like crazy. And, I love that girl to death. And, she knows that. But, she's a teenager. And teenagers are wild. These day and age, they don't want to hear anything from the parents. They're on their phones. And, I respect it.
Well, I don't know, man. My son, he 11, man. He getting up there, and I'm trying to make sure I keep him cool and we interact so that when he get to that age, it ain't no craziness, man. How you know what I'm saying? How do you do that when they want to do what they do? You know what I'm saying? We can't limit it. Like you said, let them be themselves. Basically, you know what I'm saying? While still trying to have your influence on them, right? That's
because you don't want to push them away as a father,
right?
As a wife, as a mother or a father, you want to be open. And, the times we live in are sensitive. And, you have to have that open arms that your kids can feel like they can come to you for anything. Right. Because anything you push away, and like I said, the day and age, you can lose them that fast.
Yeah, that's true.
So like I said in the beginning, we all have our own chapters. We all write our own book of our lives as we go on. And I feel like if my son, my daughter, if they got anything going on, they got to learn. You know what I mean? That's their book. Right, and all I could be as a father is open for anything. Anything you decide to do in life, that's on you. That's on you because that's
I got your back. But
I got your back. Anything you do, that's on you because that's your life. You got to live.
Right.
That's your life lessons that you're gonna learn and that make you a better person as you get older.
Right.
And if I stop anything, it's like
you're not gonna learn your lesson. I'm gonna prevent you from doing what you gonna eventually learn.
Exactly. We all probably weren't as good kids, you know what I mean?
Right.
But now we look back at it and you look at some of the situations you were in. Now you're like, damn, that was a life lesson.
Definitely.
If I didn't go through that, then I wouldn't have known about shit that came with it.
Right.
So that's just what it's just.
That's what the homie said. He said, "What's the point of being an old fool going through it?" When you could go do it while you're young and, learn and go all that. So,
and every man's different. Definitely. Every man's different. Every man grows up at a different age. I'm 35. I'm getting there. I feel like I'm not a man yet.
Right.
I feel like I'm getting there though. And I feel every man is everyone's like that.
Oh yeah. We all want to get into that prime. And that's a place that you have mentally set up for yourself. So it ain't something with no age or with your health or none of that, man. It's about your mental and where you at or and what you've accomplished, what you set as your goal. Yeah, that's when you feel like you in your prime. Yeah, you're like, I'm almost there to get where I'm at. This everything I set up, and once I get there, I'm right in the prime, and I ain't stopping. And then after that, I don't know what. But right now, as soon as I get up in there, I know I'm in my prime.
Yeah,
I'm running good. I hear you.
You can feel it though. You can feel it. You can feel it, and a lot of us become men at 40. 45. That's just when I had my daughter. I was 23. I was still a fucking kid in the head.
Right.
I'm still running the streets. I'm still just doing dumb shit. Like that whole time I was young, but I was 23. I should have been a man. But like I said, man, you become a man when you feel it and you know it.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
And that's how I feel with my son. Like I feel like because I'm raising a son, he's watching how I move.
Right, of course.
He's watching how I treat his mom. He's
course.
Watching just everything. He's a shadow, and that's what I think I'm becoming more of a man now because now I got someone that looks up to me and just I'm everything to him.
I dig it.
And my daughter, she was raised by her mom. I've never been out of my daughter's life.
Right.
But when you're young, you're getting kicked out for the day. It's just always in and out type shit.
I follow.
And I was still a kid. 23, I'm a kid. In that mindset.
Right, I feel you. I know what you mean.
But there's some dudes out there that become men. Shit, like I said, I'm a barber, so when you sit in my chair, you're 22, and the mindset you have, I'm always like, damn, you're older than what you are.
Oh yeah,
you're a man.
Right.
You're a man already.
You, man.
Yeah. and that goes to you saying you can feel it. When you like that.
Definitely.
And I'm getting there. I'm not gonna say I'm a man, but I'm getting there.
I dig
all
it.
right. That's why we got you here. We see We see your interaction with the kids. We see how you do stuff online. We see how you pushing your narrative, and that's why we got you here too, as a father, father to father. We see you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? We see you, you know what I'm saying, putting it on. So that's how we support each other. We give each other a shout out. We show them, we give them handshakes, cigars, flowers, real flowers, whatever y'all want. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we shout y'all out. And it's important, man. Speaking of like flowers and tips and all that, we're going to kind of get close and see how you feel, man, about giving this young dude, man. He just stepped out of the Stockton Memorial, whatever hospital y'all got. I don't know, Kaiser. He just stepped out of whatever. And he ready. He got a baby, man. He looking at you, man. He like, damn, see what I do, man. How can I, you know what I'm saying? How can I get, man, what the, give him a little info, man. Talk to him.
I feel like once you see your kid be born, it's, it changes your life.
Yes.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different view. You know what I mean? I see both of my kids be born. I've been there for both of my kids, and when you see them come out, you're like, God damn. First off, I don't know how that came out that thing. First off, I hope that thing goes back to where it was.
Message.
Second off,
Another
so I'm like, you know, but you know, at the time of your woman giving birth to your child, man, you put that to the side, and you know, it ain't nothing like touching what's yours, what you made,
right?
You know, and it is a life changing.
It is
at the moment, you know, but it depends how you take that moment.
For real.
Because it's like one of those things, like it's happening so quick. Your baby's here, but as soon as you step out into the real, now you're around your people. Now you start forgetting about
your
those
mindset
moments.
ain't the same.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the
you know
same.
what I mean? And your woman's loving you at that time. Yeah, your woman's like, yeah, that's the guy I want. But then you hit the real world, and it's like shit could change, but it just matters how you conduct yourself and how you take it. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And I feel like a lot of men, though, are stepping up these days.
We getting better.
I agree.
We are getting better,
man.
you know, because I drop my kids off at school, my son at school, and you see a lot of dads.
That's what's up.
You know, and you would never see that.
Right.
You know, shit, I've never seen it.
It's changing.
It's changing,
Right.
and that's good though.
It too, dog. We changing that narrative.
And that's good though, man. You guys, and I feel like you know, when you have a kid, it's just time to step up.
Gotcha.
You know, like I said, you don't got to be a man, but you got to step up because they watch everything you do.
Everything.
You know, and a lot of us that didn't have fathers that are having kids, you know how it was.
Yeah.
For real.
You
Without
know,
it. Without yours.
Yeah.
You got to watch how you react because the kids is watching you react too.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't gotta follow the footsteps. You know, you're in charge of your own path, like I say, and you don't gotta be like your father was to you if you didn't have a father.
Right.
You know, so I feel like why not be a good dad?
It's even better if you didn't have no father. You could just do everything you was missing.
Exactly.
Speaking of missing, what if you missing some tax information on your W-2? No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh, I love those times.
Talk to me, man. So look, everybody commented on. And not commented. A couple people did ask for more information. You know what time it is. Tis the season.
Tis
you know
the season.
So they did ask. Yeah, they did ask some more. You know, info, man. So give these guys another couple. You know, forms of advice, not forms.
But swing. I got you.
Do your taxes first off.
Yes, sir. If you need to do them, come to your boy. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Description in the bio.
There you go.
But so it's where it's at. So this goes out to the fathers, okay, that are Uber drivers, taxi drivers, whatever, some type of driver, some type of service where you get a 1099. And one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen is that you do not keep your receipts. The business expenses are deductible on your taxes. So from meals up to 50%. Gas, as far as business conducting, if you're doing any type of travel and you're conducting business, you can write that off 100%. So keep all your receipts, keep track of your miles, because you can deduct that on your business taxes when you're filing your 1099.
And haircuts, remember that too.
Swing, yes.
For real, because I've been dealing with that. I was like, damn, why they be asking for it? I said, oh, because tax season's coming in. So, you know, they've been getting their receipts back for getting haircuts because you got to look good for your job, so they got to pay for that.
Exactly.
Hey now, I just learned that one. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't know nothing. Ain't no IRS, nobody. Look, I am not Wesley Snipes. I am not Lauren Hill. I am not nobody, man, that's been looking, man, for tips or tax information.
Yeah,
Look,
don't look at me for that either. Hey, leave that to him.
I got you. Right.
But yeah, man, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you wanted to shout out, anything that you wanted them to know before we start closing and getting up out of here? I know you got a lot going on. Talk to them.
Nah, it's just, the podcast is for fathers, man. You ain't got to be gangster. You ain't got to be hood. Father is a father, you know. And,
yes, sir.
At the end of the day, just remember when you have kids and you didn't have a kid. I mean, if you didn't have a father growing up, man, you have a kid, make sure you try to change that and, change it up.
Change the narrative.
Because just go back to how you felt growing up with no dad.
That part.
Copy that.
And like I said, we see a lot of new dads, and I respect them all. We are men, and that's what our job is,
That part.
You made it easy.
Hey,
you made that kid easy.
Hey, it was easy making it.
It was easy making it,
the
but
hard
man,
part.
This is the hard part, though.
Tell them where they can find you real quick.
You can find me at C_, so CEE_GOMEZ 702. That's Instagram. And if you need a haircut, catch me at Sin City Cuts 2 on Maryland and Silverado. We way up there, man.
Swang.
Oh, it's all good.
And I just want to say, shout out to my wife for being there 100%. Without her,
shout out
I
to
wouldn't be here.
Yes,
and just she, all our women hold it down, man. At the end of the day, and you got to show them still. We got to show them their love too, give them their flowers.
Yes, sir.
But even the men, man, keep up, stay positive, show your kids the right way, and I guarantee you'll love the outcome, man.
Yes,
because
sir.
Remember, they're gonna change your diapers one day when you're old as fuck.
I hope so.
Hey, for real, man.
And I want
to.
I swear, yes, sir, man. Shout out to Fathers from the Hood. Shout out to fathersfromthehood.com. Check out the radio.
Yes,
Appreciate the Patreon, Power Trip, and much love. You know what I'm talking about. It's his LMC, Mr. El Cortez. We in the building. West South,
Yes, sir.
OJ, Vamonos.
Vamonos.
Hey,
Y'all
sir.
keep being great fathers. Yes, sir.
Blessings.